My name is Raymond, and I'm originally from Afghanistan, and I grew up in Iran, and I stay in Hong Kong for almost 7 years. Before I came to Hong Kong, I had good life in Iran. I had my own business, and I was making very good money. I don't have any problem with money. I didn't come to Hong Kong because of money. But there was some problem I got from Afghanistan. I had kind of political problem also in Iran, because we live in Iran as a refugee for long term, more than 25 years. And we didn't got any citizenship in Iran. So for that I was fighting with the Iran government, but they didn't accept it, and kind of problem became political. So that was the reason I ran away. I make a fake passport so I could exit from Iran, because I didn't have any passport. I supposed to use my original country, Afghanistan passport, but because I didn't live in Afghanistan, I applied for consulate and they say it takes long time, but I supposed to immediately leave the country. That's why I make another fake document. When I came to Hong Kong, I flight here to Japan, and Japan immigration, they stopped me and they didn't give me entry. So they give me two choices, go back to Iran or go back to the country come from. So I decided to come back to Hong Kong. When I arrived in Hong Kong, I was thinking this is the best place I ever entered in my life. But I didn't know anything about Hong Kong. I entered inside, they put me in detention for 7.5 months. They kept me 2 months in the airport. And after 2 months, because I didn't give up and I told them I want to apply for Refuge with the United Nations, they took me to CIC detention in Tin Mun. 5.5 months they keep me there, and after that they release me. And actually, I go to the hunger strike for 1 week. I didn't eat, and I told them you have to give me freedom. So that was the reason they released me from detention. Otherwise, they will keep me more longer. You know, from the time I come outside from detention, I was thinking everything will be easy, and I will find my way. But it was everything difficult, exactly opposite side. The city was so rich, and I mean, even people that are too rich. And I was thinking maybe I can find some work and do work to support myself. I did not never thought they will keep me here 7 years. And when I go to the immigration, they told me if I do work, they will put me in the prison for 15 months and fine of 50,000 Hong Kong dollar. So they try to scare me to I don't do work. I didn't do work. And I started to go to the church, to charities, to ask them to help me, because in the beginning I was homeless. And the International Social Service, ISS, they didn't help me. I went there when I come outside from detention, I asked them help, but they didn't help me. They told me you go and I come back after a few months, because there are many people, they line up and they want to register in International Social Service. So I wait for them again. After a few months again, I come back and they start to provide me assistance. But they just provide me 1,200 for rental, and like I can say $500-600 food per month, which was totally not enough. At that time, like 6 years ago, I was renting place for 1,700 without electricity and water bill. So I supposed to find $500 extra to cover my rental, and another $200-300 to cover my electricity and water. Transportation or whatever I was using, that was totally extra expenses, which I don't had it. I was need to buy calling card to contact my family, and I don't have nothing. I don't have nothing. And from 2010, I got back injury. I went to the doctor, and they just gave me painkiller and massage cream. I started to use it, but I didn't get any change. Every day I'm getting more worse. Every day I'm getting more worse. I keep continuing to go to the hospital. They keep continuing to provide painkiller. And now this coming 18, I have to go to the Queen Elizabeth Hospital for MRI scan. They already take my blood and they want to check the blood also. So next month I have an appointment with the doctor and he will tell me what exactly my problem is. But this happened after 4 years. In these 4 years, I was going every month, every 2-3 months. It's really crazy. I cannot sleep. You can see my eyes. You see, it's too dark because I cannot sleep. The place is too small, and the doctor told me I have to sleep on the comfortable bed and comfortable mattress, which I don't have it. I asked ISS to provide me, and they didn't provide. They said they don't have budget. And in the meantime, they had 400 million budget. I don't know where the money go. I didn't ask them to give me $1,000,000. I need $2,000, $3,000 to buy comfortable things for myself. My case officer, he knows from 2 years ago I have this problem. He did not never ask me, did you go to the hospital, what did they give you? Nobody didn't care. Government, they can consider all the cases. They have to study all the cases. They have to make the right decision. They cannot play with the human lives. People are coming here for asking for help, to asking them to protect them, not to torture them. But what government doing? They starting to destroy them mentally, to make something they give up and go back to their country. What is the point when they inviting refugee to Hong Kong? This is an international city. When they inviting refugee here, they have to take care of them. Otherwise, they have to allow them to do work. That is the best way refugee they can support themselves. I mean, government pushing them to do crime. They asking to do work, to make money for themselves, and they don't need to depend on social welfare or government. They can do work and they can pay their taxes to government. But when the government, they block all the right way, so what is the choices? They have to go and do illegal stuff. And when they do illegal stuff, they will get less sentence than illegal work. So that's why some of the refugee and asylum seekers, they start to do drugs business, and I don't blame on them. That is always government fault. Hong Kong is an international country and very rich. You can see America, Australia, Canada, they accepting a very big number of refugees every year. America accepting almost 50,000 refugees every year. And Hong Kong, that means every year they're accepting 50,000. Australia accepting every year more than 20,000. But Hong Kong, in 22 years, they have 12,000 refugees, and they didn't take care of anyone. And this is really, I don't know, they are joker? What it means? And they have lots of money. They just make from tourists $250 to $300 billion every year. And if they spend $500 million for 6,000 refugees, what will be happen? In the future, I'm myself an engineer, and I know some jobs, and I can continue my profession, what I know. But in case if I learn something else also, no problem, I can do it. Yeah, of course I want kids. Yeah, that is when two people they get married. Of course they want. I already married in Hong Kong. Of course we want kids, but my situation is not right, and I'm suffering here with the social welfare and Hong Kong government. And the kids, if born, he will get suffer also much more than me. I just want to say to the Hong Kong society that we are not the enemy of Hong Kong society. We are the same human being, and of course we had problem in our homeland. Most of us, we was forced to leave the country and we was tortured. That's why we come to Hong Kong and ask you to help us.